that Wi-Fi together, baby. Here we go again.
Because I always respected your hairline.
What's good, y'all? What's good? Make sure we're on the right mic. Pause. Pause for safety. Pause if you need to. I'm here, baby. How y'all doing? We just doing a quick show. We're going. I'm checking in with the daily motivation. You know what I'm saying? Got to make sure I tap in with y'all to make sure you at your best. Make sure you chasing greatness. Make sure you and accountability is nearby one another. Yeah. I'm here. Look, so we're going to keep exploring how the losers try to influence you. All right. So yesterday we covered a loser tactic is for them to basically give you rules. So therefore, if you make yourself some kind of authority or just assume authority, you basically can assume that you can flip the script at any time, right? So these are all manipulation tactics, and you see the boy going through it, right? The reason why we're going to keep talking about this is because we're trying to level up. You trying to do better. You trying to get to the bag, okay? If you still listening to the boy, that means you got motion. That means you still making shit happen. You understand? Let's get into girlfriend shit. I got it going on. About them like you got some hot shit going on. I wanna look you in your eye when that shit is going wrong. I wrote his commandments and I put them in a song. Got my own man, never blame my problems on wife. I'm my own man, never blame my problems on wife. And my zone got me feeling like beans on nothing like it. I ain't talking like this for you niggas to fucking like it. And more on my dreams, and I like to admit, yeah, I know it's been a while. I've been working on my shit. Black Wall Street back. Black Wall Street back. I mean, shout out to my homies that will listen to me rap. Me shout out to Miss You, a Nigerian saint. Turn heroes to mirrors. I'm going hard in the paint. At the God's with us. Show me love. Give me that. Yo, shout out to my uncle that I shouldn't be fucking. All sex ain't good. I got spiritual budget. She go, who she Wally Wally? Who she bang bang? Always wanna be my cutty buddy girl. We gang gang. Fun with the top downs. Put your phone lane. Guess it running in the thing. Still trying to maintain. Young nigga, stop wasting your time. I ain't telling you go down. You will respect my mind. It's just think that money is your guy. That's G-O-D. I said, that's one of my devils on the job. You got a J-O-B. What's up? I think that money is your guy. Got a J-O-B. I said, that's one of my devils on the job. You got a J-O-B. I said, girlfriend shit, I got it going on. The back like you got some hot shit going on. Got the dad hat doing dad hacks in the app. Shout out to my homies that will listen to me rap. They said, big bro, why you feel like that? You went to Umar school, you ain't built like that. Bitch, I feel like Goku, touch her down on that. Refer to as her, and she let me be damaged. I don't make me depressed, you gon' make me a sandwich. No bread, no pasta, I'm eating steak in the hammer. So fucking sophisticated, so fucking established. And my ego is massive, but these young hoes chatty. I said, swing, better, get your egghead beat. I put your ass in the dirt, nigga, that's grass-fed beat. I don't feel it Larry Hoover, I don't feel it Big Niche, but it's like that. Take a break, then I'm right back. When they put myself on the spectrum, I told them fight that it's like that. Tell my bitch I'm really like that. She know I'm a dog, I'm just hoping that she bite back. I can name a million names, and she felt that. For the choices game, and she felt that. And I'm on my purpose like, oh me in the Hellcat. And I pay the price for that, but shit about the same stuff. Think that money is gone. G-O-B.
If you love me, let's
You got a J-O-B. What's up?
I want you.
Because I always respected your hairline on television.
I want your body. If you love me, let me get your body.
Had my back.
What's going on?
They never had my back.
You told me how much.
Hey, Levi, give me a light out the kitchen, babe. Levi, I need a lighter from the kitchen, babe. I'm getting ready to cook. I gotta light my incense, babe. Gotta light my incense for these haters. Oh man, we gotta vibe out. I got water. I got seltzer. Okay. Oh. Bell V. Guess what? You owe me a check. Levi, I need a lighter stack. Levi, I need a light out the kitchen stack. You heard me? Please. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get right to it, shall we? Listen, it's a problem. Listen, it's okay when they do it, but it's a problem with Drake doing it. It's like I was saying before. Listen, especially black men. I'm gonna tell you why you Negroes, y'all really need the Iceman era, because the Iceman era is about black men separating from the black community. Sorry about that. So Drake has dropped basically the promo for the new Iceman project. So it's saying the album not called Iceman, but it's supposed to be a theme to it. And we're gonna get into those themes, right? But I wanted to find a video, but I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to find that video in particular. You understand? But the reason why it's important is because of situations like this right here. All right, because y'all need male leadership, okay?
Your brother right here, nigga. This your brother right here, nigga. That's your big ass brother right there, nigga. Now come holler at me. Ain't about to take his money. Fat, his daughter money. The $15 is fuck that.
Damn.
That he work at the garbage truck like we don't know you get off at 8 o'clock.
Damn.
Huh?
Damn.
Stop playing with me. And he ain't do shit. Oh, guess what? He really my man. But since that's your brother's too, nigga.
Yo, so come to find out, this person right, yo, her name is Rabia Sori, 43-year-old mother of teen accused of killing Detective Joseph, thank you, Levi, as Conan on March 7th is being painted as the alleged shot caller behind a violent Bloods affiliated gang known as Double I, according to New Jersey Attorney General Matthew Plame. So basically, this is right before they got all caught up in a RICO, meaning that they are all going away. They had some serious stuff going on. I'm gonna tell you something right now, yo. Listen, I gotta keep it a stack with you. If she sound like this and move, listen. If you are able to get this far, I don't want to get too deep into this story because this is actually pretty close to home. So I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but at the same time, one has to ask themselves, how does someone like her find herself in charge of all these strong men? Because these are some gangsters. These are some dangerous boys. You know what I'm saying? To the point where her little one, yo, he went to war with a cop. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and then you know, someone losing their life, man. You know, so that's cold. This family right here is different. But getting back to how someone like this can take over. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes people have a certain kind of charisma, but the main reason why is because black men are very comfortable with female leadership. They are very much, there's a lot of black men left that are still very comfortable with female leadership, and actually they're more comfortable with it than you know. Actually, let me tell you something. You a man and you hear men speak against male leadership, you make sure that you give them a look. Okay? Give them a look. One of these, you know what I'm saying? One of these, what?
They never had my back.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. Yeah, hold on.
They
My
don't
back.
know what's going on.
They never had my back.
He told me how much he wants to protect you.
They never had my back.
Never had my back. You understand? But we are in a new era. I keep telling y'all, black man, if you're watching right now, you are part of you are part of the freest generation of black men to ever live. You are part of the richest generation of black men to ever live. Even when we measure it against wealth from other times, right? There wasn't this many black billionaires. There wasn't this many black millionaires worth hundreds of millions of dollars. All right, there was no entertainment industry. Matter of fact, we could argue that the entertainment industry is what it is because of black talent, because of African American talent, right? But that's neither here nor there. Men gotta always come back to the reality. One of the reasons why you don't do 50-50, it's not for her, it's for you. Okay? You don't want to do 50-50 because you don't want to give a woman leverage in terms of where you get to live. Not only that, in terms of what's best for you long term and your development, it's really hard to keep leveling up if you're in a constant state of stress and you get stress at home because you already have stress at work. All right? And stress for everyday issues that go on. If you going home and facing stress because you ain't the king of the castle, you share that bathroom. There are times in your life where you gotta move your bowels and you gotta wait. Big Daddy never waits. Unless my son here to visit. But anywho, shout out to all the people in that situation, man. I guess I don't know if the case is still going on, but they in it. They in it, man. They have some serious shit going on. You know what I mean? But I'm curious, like, what could that same thing happen if it was like a Venezuelan gang, right? Or if they was like a Russian gang, like would a Russian stud be able to take over like that? Cause I was like, God damn, I'm not like, what did she? You know what? She made them niggas tacos. Cause you already know it don't take that much for a black woman to convince a nigga to do shit. All you gotta do is get a nigga some tacos, all right, and give him a back rub and say, oh, you good Negro, you good Negro. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
New Sash, you think I have somebody I love in the bricks?
Anyway, so getting back to so the world is in shambles. Twitter, the K-Dot fans are in shambles because Drake has dropped. I can't really say it's a single. I think he's just a joint. I mean, y'all niggas be saying singles as if like Drake need a whole bunch of tries to give you the fire. So what we went over yesterday was one of the ways a loser deals with you and your greatness and your ambition and your presence. First of all, they're a loser. The first reason why they're losers is because they don't have emotional regulation and they're not able to. I'm sorry. This is where, again, we have to talk more about what qualifies someone to talk about emotional intelligence. Because I don't think anyone can really clearly define it. It seems like a very subjective type of thing, right? But I'll say this, though. A part of being an adult, right, and being mature, right, first and foremost, is always trying to do the right thing or being fair. And considering all things. But also, it's you understanding how you feel about things. So when you're younger, right, you don't know you're doing things for attention. Like it wasn't until I got older that I realized I was doing things to get my dad's attention. I would say certain things to get a certain reaction. And in my mind, I'm not realizing that I'm stressing him out while making him upset. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get his attention. And as a 15-year-old, I'm getting stimulation from getting a reaction out of you. A lot of people don't realize that getting a reaction out of you is always somebody's way of getting your attention or trying to make you acknowledge them in a certain kind of way. And again, it takes maturity to stop going about getting attention by doing negative things. As you get older, you get attention from just having conversation. Just interacting because that's healthy attention, or you're doing activity with that person, healthy attention. All right, always look out for that. Don't ever think so people only attack things they fear. People only attack things that they're focused on. All right, and again, your enemies and losers will always try to create a version of you or make you believe in a version of you that's easier for them to manage, easier for them to deal with. All right? And again, going back to understanding your emotions, when you got love for someone, it's really hard to process if you don't love yourself. So you could admire somebody, right? Like for example, right, it's this dude I've known since I was in my 20s. I don't know him like that, but always was in excellent shape, you know what I mean? And I was always inspired by like his work ethic and stuff like that. And like, yo, if I was the kind of guy that never got women, I probably would hate on him. You know what I mean? Because like, yo, he looked better than me. You know what I'm saying? But it reminds me of, nigga, you need to work harder. You need to do better, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm able to see his hard work and say, all right, I got to get like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to get on point. Now, every man, I'm coming to understand that niggas in the bottom 50%, y'all niggas is the problem. Because y'all niggas is the ones that's going to hate on a ninja for doing better. You're going to hate on a ninja no matter what. And for the most part, one of the reasons why the K Dot fans have tried to take the stance that they taken towards Drake in terms of just matter of fact, we gonna read a few things, but we still gonna walk him down slow. All right. So let's get into one of the first examples of. Pardon me. It's okay when they do it. It's a problem when I do. Let's go ahead and read, man. Shout out to Kev Talks. I don't know what to be more disturbed by. LeBron James having the audacity to like Future's post about being quote unquote real, or DJ Blowjob. Damn, I don't think that's a good diss. I don't know. I don't know if you should be. I don't know if you should be writing these kind of things, but I mean DJ Head, which is I ain't gonna lie. Pause. DJ Head talking about having guns in the video while his Lord and Savior Kendrick had a shotgun with his kids and his co-parents. Which he is very much. They are very much co-parents, very much so. You know what I mean? Actually, but before we move on, man, I meant to cover this before. It's a few things we gotta get into before we get into the main event. You feel me? Let's get into this right here. Now, I didn't watch this whole thing, so what we have here is one of the Negroes who has not left the plantation. He hasn't had enough black fatigue. He thinks that he's gonna find his salvation, right? And blindly fighting the wars of black women. All while not getting the affections of black women. Now me, I be getting all the affections. They love me.
How you disrespect black women on your show? Yeah. You can't disrespect me. Cause I'm a nigga walk up here and throw this drink in your face and let you know what's up. Oh, you gonna do that? Yeah. Oh, that won't be good, man. That won't be good, bro. I'm Hamothy though. That won't be good. That won't be good. That won't be good. That won't be good.
Fair use.
For those that are wondering, he's about 5'6". He's about 5'6". On some nigga shit, man. Bro, it's crazy. It's funny. It confirms all the stereotypes. Comes in, starts chipping out, starts acting crazy, having a good discussion, debate on higher IQ shit. This dude immediately makes it about black women, starts sipping. Crazy. It's crazy, bro. Hey, man. This what, bro. You can't make this up, bro.
Listen, that nigga right there, that's the Kendrick fan. Okay, that's your K-Dot fan. I started to say that we may have to start calling this broke nigga activity of the day. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, that whole thing was a broke nigga activity. Only broke niggas go around trying to have confrontation for the sake of confrontation. You know why? Cause their time ain't worth shit. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies, if y'all don't watch it, cause y'all about to get left with the bottom. Listen, black women are about to get left with the bottom % of black men permanently. Okay, and it's gonna be niggas like this. Cause you gotta realize this is his level of reasoning. Now, mind you, he's a little drunk too, right? But he's a little older. What you gotta understand is he's from that cloth of black men who think that it's righteous to crash out over black women. Black culture in general is based off of the idea that it is honorable to crash out. We show our love by crashing out, all right, despite whether or not shit actually is. Making sense? You know what I'm saying?
Come and get me, baby.
You know? Gotta make sure I got a kind of, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Was watching tables. You was waiting.
But now, real talk though, that's how I imagine like niggas who really listen to K-Dot and really feel like Kendrick won that battle. Cause I'm like more and more, I'm like, you know what? I listen. I didn't have the words because I wasn't disrespectful enough before this happened. But ass is really the best term for a lot of opinions I be having about things in general. And I'm like, you know what? I didn't know the word for those songs, and it was ass. You know what I mean? So anyway, going back to this post and everything, right, about the hypocrisy. All right. So DJ Head wrote, "Song is cool." You know, talking about what did I miss? Appreciate being back in rap. I'm sorry, I appreciate him being back in his rap bag. However, a couple of things to note. Guns and Videos is acutely tone deaf. And again, we have Kendrick Lamar with his baby mama. Okay, baby mama. So earlier, actually, you know what? Oh, gosh, I don't want to scroll up because I really wanted to get to this post, man. Give me a second, y'all. Fuck it, whatever, I'm back. Anyway, so I came across this this tweet and it really sets the tone for like pretty much the behavior that we've allowed. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much what we supported. Because for the most part, black people don't support nothing that makes sense, nothing that makes us better, period. Okay? So, shorty again, so this is basically the logic of, again, mind control. This is loser talk. Only a loser is going to try to stop you from expressing yourself. Who tells the artist what they could talk about? This is all in reaction to him saying his perspective of what he experienced. Let's go ahead and read this tweet real quick. Why Aubrey never tell us about the F shit he did to these niggas that made them switch up on him? Why he always acting like he did so much for them and they stabbed them in the back for absolutely nothing? Are we really supposed to believe that all these niggas are just jealous and hating and he never did a thing to cause the betrayal? You can't, fam, that's not how betrayal works. That's not how betrayal works. I keep telling y'all, black people have a grave issue with comprehension. That's what this beef also proves. You can't read. Like, you really don't understand shit. Especially given this shit is ran, I guess is ran by B-Dub. Right? I'm guessing that's her in the picture. This is what we're talking about. This is what black men have to deal with if they want to be in a relationship with a black woman. That argument is crazy. If I'm talking about someone I helped make millions of dollars, right? Or someone that I helped become successful, you cannot tell me that. But you know what though? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, being this coming from B-Dub, that makes perfect sense. And you know what? Hold on. You know what? Let's go ahead and explore that for a second. That reminds me again of about these are the long-term effects and consequences of feminine leadership. What do we say about feminine leadership? In feminine leadership, there aren't really rules. The rules can change at any time. There's no consistency. The people brought up under feminine leadership, they abhor consistency and discipline. All right, and they shun. I can't say shun tradition. Well, they shun tradition and disregard outcomes. Okay, so one of the reasons why black folks are comfortable with this whole narrative of basically consistently trying to give Drake rules. But I'll tell you about what losers do. Losers try to find a way to govern you, and what they'll do is tell you what you can talk about and what you can say. Because isn't that one of the woke / broke nigga activities, going around correcting people? All right, coming up with terms such as tone deaf. Who are you to decide whether or not I'm tone deaf? What qualifies you niggas to tell me I'm tone deaf? DJ Head wrote is tone deaf. Basically, again, you've created a new rule. It's something different. We're talking about wearing white shoes with white socks with black shoes. People know not to do that. It could be offensive, unless you dressing ironically or you wearing like those loafers or, I don't know. You know how people be doing like these funky looks. You know what I mean? Wearing it ironically. But you know what I'm talking about though, right? Or wearing white pants after Labor Day. These are all offenses. Won't be tolerated over there at Six Pass TV. You understand me? All right? You know what I mean?
Get up and get out of them relationships. Like, why are you here, bro?
So I want to read a few comments that where people reacted. I wish I could just rearrange how this whole thing looks. But anywho, so somebody writes, so Believer at Air American, you can believe whatever you want, but yes, until someone tells us what it supposedly was that these bozos are all jealous of and hating, even if they say nothing, there's no question that Drake did a lot for them that ordinarily would warrant some loyalty. right? Her response is, no one owes you anything, not even loyalty. Niggas not even getting money back. They let people borrow. You think niggas owe anyone loyalty? That's not an argument. That's actually conflation. Black folks love getting over. But I told you niggas, black folks love getting over, and y'all love conflation. Y'all love mixing two things up. Yes, no one, strangers don't owe you nothing. Are you saying that the people in your personal life that you look out for, if they screw you over, you want to say, "Hey man, that's what's up, man. It's part of the game, son. You screwed me over, so hey, life is life." No, you have a right to have a gripe about that shit. And you know what? That's one more thing too. Someone's a narcissist is very much invested in trying to convince people who look out for them, because it's something that drug addicts do, all right? And drug addicts tend to be people who are very dependent on others, right? So people who are very dependent on others, they tend to be very bossy, very aggressive, and very negative. And what they spend a lot of time doing, rather than trying to find something to work on or put the energy into, what they're trying to do, what they basically do is these broke nigga activities where they want to distract you with their opinion of something, right? But what they're really doing is just trying to distract you from the fact that they not really about it. They're not really getting anything done. They not getting the goods in the woods, all right? And sometimes, listen, if it's someone you don't got to talk to all the time, it's something different. But if it's someone in your life is getting out of hand, sometimes you got to put them back in hand, okay? Cause that's another reason why this beef is going on, because, again, y'all have a love. Matter of fact, that makes a lot of sense. Black folks, you know what? Y'all niggas love a loser. Y'all love a loser. I always, because like, most black men who graduate from college never get a graduation party. Nothing like that. Not a fucking dinner. Nothing like that. And when Pookie and Ray Rizzle from the Blizzle, shout out to AC, Ray Rizzle from the Blizzle, come home from jail, nigga, he got girls waiting for him. You feel me? He got love from the block. You feel me? All types of shit. And I found myself, like, when I'm around certain type of niggas, that I find myself, I'm like, damn. In order to relate to y'all, I gotta crash out and start talking like, I don't want to say talking crazy, but basically start communicating that, I will crash out. It's time for that to be over. You know where that comes from? The dude you saw in the very beginning of this video, right? The guy who's he doesn't know Myron Gaines. He thinks that's his purpose in life. Only a broke nigga feels like his purpose in life is to defend B-dubs. My nigga, listen. When it comes to the average black men, have y'all not been online? The B-dubs talk about y'all crazy. And that nigga that stepped up, either he ain't got no car or his car is very, very old. Okay? That nigga stay with car trouble. Now I'm gonna get killed, but I don't want to be a car trouble ass nigga. So, going back to this tweet. This tweet is crazy. She said no one owes you loyalty. And again, you know how we get in here, right? It's the culture of sign language. Shame, insults, guilt that need to be right. I think sign language has been the primary strategy for K-Dot since the beginning of this shit, but it's also the primary strategy for any narcissist. Whenever you see someone using that tactic to get a point across, it's something different. Only time someone can get at you is if y'all have an agreement and you promise something or agree to something. That's when someone can just go at you. But if you find yourself in a situation where a person is basically demanding shit from you, you know what I'm saying? Someone's and rather than just ask you, hey, can you do so and so? Are you able to do so and so? If you ever find someone trying to make you do, adults don't try to make other adults do shit. But if you ever see someone trying to make you see things their way, because again, the easiest way to influence other people is to make them uncomfortable or to get aggressive with them. And the fastest way to get aggressive or be the aggressor is to insult. Okay? There was never a need for someone to insult you to make a point. Don't buy into that. These are all narcissists are a lot of times losers. Because they're never able to humble themselves long enough to actually learn everything A narcissist, when their idea of success is learning one thing, but they never learn how to have proper relationships. That's why you come to Six Paths TV. We're here to help you improve your relationships to people, places, and things. I'm making burgers, yo. I'm gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna be right back. Oh, my bad. All right, guys. Let's read a few more of these comments, man. So someone else writes this. Why is it that Drake had to do something? Can it be that these people just being snakes that were jealous that Drake is the biggest amongst them? Pause. Excuse me. I mean, you have pedals dancing to Not Like Us. Come on now. You have to see this is a little bit weird. It can't all be Drake. All right? And here's the thing, too. When people are willing to believe a very negative thing about you or a very personal thing about you without any proof, that shows what they think about you. Because again, that shows what you're, how they want to see you. People, again, that's another thing too. People look at you. People look at things how they want to look at things, right? So if everyone knows the older person in your life that is really afraid, they're afraid of technology. The way like you were afraid of the dark, all right, when you were a little kid, the way you were afraid of some kind of boogeyman or monster coming out to get you, all right. Old people act like they treat it's between treating it like a monster that they have to go fight, or they'll treat technology like you're asking them to build a robot. Like you know, if you say, "Hey, can you send me a text? Just send me a text." They'll respond like, "Oh no, I can't do that. You mean write a message? Are you fucking serious? You mean push some buttons? Are you serious?" Because in their mind, they look at that phone as advanced technology, and again, they not from this time. It is. If I bought a Tesla, back to the year that the Model T came out, they would hang me for that. All right, history will write that weird. Negro arrives, handsome Negro in cool glasses arrives with like what the hell would they even call that? They wouldn't even know what to call that. You know what I mean? We should ponder on that. Like, what would people in the 1920s call a Tesla if you just dropped it in their town? You know what I mean? Especially if I was, because back then it used to be it was just mad illegal to be like a nigga. Like being a nigga was just, especially a black man. Being a black man, it's just illegal. It's not legal. It's not legal for black men to drink out this water fountain. Not legal for black men to come eat here. You know what's crazy? At one point in the history of this country, just in general, it was legal to say you people in particular cannot eat here. And that's why I told my brother the other day about him being a man. And one of the reasons why you don't be involving yourself in all these political arguments, because it's a waste of your time. It doesn't bring you closer to your spirituality, does not make you richer, does not make you better. Of course, be aware of things, be aware of what goes on in the world. But at the end of the day, you got one life to live. Okay? We gotta be aware of time wasting. These broke nigga activities. Because these are listen, if you can cut down, just mathematically, right? Follow me. If you can cut down the activities that keep you broke or don't make money, then by virtue, you should be able to become richer. I don't even understand how the fuck But you niggas on. Put you niggas on, man. But like I said before, the hypnosis, right? Remember yesterday we talked about on Baki, there's a character called Kyle Dorian, and he has a move where he hypnotizes his opponent, and in his opponent's mind, in their mind, they're still fighting, but they're hypnotized, and while they're hypnotized, they create a version of him that they can defeat, and in their mind, they're kicking his ass. While he's watching them kick and do their combos and whatnot, they just punch in the air. And then he sings in French. I think like before or after, he just beats the hell out of him. You know what I mean? And eventually he beats him out of the hypnosis, right? But I want to speak specifically to what goes on during that hypnosis. Again, losers And people who don't want to do work, they discredit you in a way where they want you to be a version of yourself that they can deal with, a version of themselves that they can feel as though they have the advantage over. Okay? Advantages are good. You look for an advantage, right? But sometimes you're going to have to just work for the win. Sometimes it's just going to take time. Sometimes you're going to not get get exactly what you want. That's how things work. All right, man. Let's see what else we got here. I hate that I have to I have to always scroll down. Anyway, what we got here? What we got? We also got someone who said, so it's fine to betray your friends. Sound like a real short bush beesh. Y'all get on here and say absolutely anything. Someone is a dash. I'm not sure what this is. So are we supposed to believe he didn't do... I'm sorry. Are we supposed to believe he didn't do ... What did he do? Say it. Nobody owes you loyalty. What? Okay, I get it. Someone else wrote, so if your friends dish you tomorrow, you will go over to the person's house and dance to the diss record with them. Please don't say that they aren't close friends. Drake has been to his home. He has close relationships with his family and has had a personal and business relationship with LeBron. Someone claims that he tried to sleep with all these people's wives or was disrespectful in some type of way. Even Drake, boy, when did Drake try to sleep with Savannah? Come on, stop it. First of all, don't nobody want to sleep with Savannah. All right, here we go. All right. This is actually not my bookmarks. My bad, y'all. That's why I kept reading the comments. I'm like, oh, should I save this too? All right. So I actually responded to that comment. So I said, so for the same reason why you didn't care to question the hypocrisy of Kendrick rapping about how bad of a parent Drake is, all while never being married to a woman he has multiple kids with, or if he actually does abuse Whitney, or why he's always been jealous of Drake. Okay? I actually saved we gotta go ahead and play this real quick.
I sat down with Drake in Toronto a while back when I did my first show out there. He called me up and a few drinks. He always said he was appreciative of my music. I've always been a fan of his music. And just been chopping it up since, man. And hit me up one day and say, you know what? Handpicked, man. I want you to be on this tour. And it's a lot of artists out there, man. That could have been on that tour with me. For him to just, sit there and respect my music, get the same mutual respect. That's one in itself. So shout out to Tristan. All right, if you weren't shout out to Drake, he reached out. How did that happen? I sat down with Drake in Toronto a while back when I did my first show out there. He called me up, man. We had a few drinks, and he always said he was appreciative of my music. I've always been a fan of his music, and just been chopping it up since, man. And hit me up one day and say, you know what? Handpicked, man. I want you to be on this tour. And it's a lot of artists out there, man. That could have been on that tour with me. For him to just, sit there and respect my music, get the same mutual respect. That's one in itself. So shout out to Tristan. All right, if you weren't shout out to Drake, he reached out. How did that happen? I sat down with Drake in Toronto a while back when I did my first show out there. He called me up, man. We had a few drinks, and he always said he was appreciative of my music. I've always been a fan of his music, and just been chopping it up since, man.
I'm back. Hi, what's going on? Did I miss anything? You see what I did there? Hold on, man. Do you see what I did there? Did I miss anything? Nah, man. By that point, off the strength of what Drake created, listen, y'all niggas need daddies, man. A lot of you black men, you want a daddy. You and your girl both want a daddy. You want a man to fix it. You want a man to put all that stress on. You want the attention of a real man. Men and women be wanting the attention of a real man. Everybody wants the attention. Everyone wants to react. Everybody wants the energy of a real man. All right, because it's masculine energy. You understand? not only that, masculine energy is usually providing on multiple levels. Usually he's providing some kind of service, something to the world that's valuable. You understand? We got Seltzer. What's his people's name again? Belvie? Check time. Let's get back to these payments. Finna be up here dry because you ninjas. So hold on, real quick.
Drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.
That's it.
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank
it.
you so much.
That's it.
Hold this. Touch.
Hold it.
Touch that.
You understand? Touchdown. Off the strength of what Drake created. Because if it wasn't for the Drake's talent, y'all niggas maybe wouldn't know who he was. Kendrick. The one y'all saying is the realest. Not only that, basically, this is a crazy, and there's several videos in the 2010s where Kendrick is giving it up to Drake. Pause. And again, the reason why I don't think that's phony, the reason why you don't think that's messed up is because you want that to still be socially acceptable amongst black people. But that's why our communities ain't shit. Because the men in the community are, for the most part, in just straight up survival mode. No support system. That's another thing too. All right, black women, if y'all really want wealth, first and foremost, you have to have an acceptable idea of how far your life is going to progress in this lifetime. All right, and also one of your jobs, because somehow, and this is one of the products of single motherhood, and again, a part of where we wind up with at the feminine leadership. Because at the feminine leadership, we stop having fucking family reunions. How often do you hear someone saying, a black person say, "I'm going to my family reunion"? Or they have a family reunion on a regular basis. I'm not saying everyone does, but for the most part, no, that's not going to happen. Because too many people got kids by multiple people. All right? People got to bring multiple sets of kids. And a big part of why that happens is because under feminine leadership, the rules can change at any time. You can change the rules or make up a rule. Just say, "Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot to tell you." No. This battle was never about right from wrong. Somebody also made a really powerful statement. You know what I mean? And this is what I kind of been saying, and it was just perfect, man. And first, I said, niggas be reaching for the stars, coming up with random ass angles to downplay Drake. Got do too much on this app. Someone's reaction to seeing, this is a post. Apple dropped its top stream songs, and God's Plan is one of the most top stream songs on Apple Music. Someone writes, no funny shit. Who's still listening to God's Plan? Obviously, people are listening to it, stupid. This is how losers interpret the facts. And this is why you'll find yourself going back and forth with someone and having a stupid ass. You got to be able to recognize when, someone else does not have comprehension skills. You have to be able to spot that shit. Oh, hold on. Oh, did I put on the timer? Oh, I sure didn't put the timer on. I'm making burgers, y'all. You got to forgive me. I'm not bigger than the hamburgers. 6-pack cheese. Anywho, shout out to Gordo. My man Gordo already holding us down with the Gordo remix. You know what I'm saying? See this joint? Listen, I don't know what it is, man, but listen. Whenever you see a fat nigga climbing on top of stuff, nigga, the energy is there. Here we go. Uh-oh. Pay attention to the crowd, son. Fire. Again, look at the energy. Look at the energy. Look at the energy. You can't fake influence. Shout out to Portia de Chanel. I think that's how you say her name. Anyway, let's see if I had some other things to look at. I feel like I saved a few different things. You feel me? So Drake actually, He put I'm not sure what this is, but basically he put out this visual for the Iceman drawing, right? And I ain't catch this shit. This shit say y'all catch Drake measuring Little Kenny's coffin. That's all right, man. Yo, this nigga is different. This nigga's in a whole different mode right here. You understand? And a few like relevant questions I think people ask. So someone said, so if you don't like Drake music, or if he fell off to you and he hasn't made a good album in years, why do you still put yourself through that listening to a guy whose music you dislike? Good point. This is the tweet I wanted to get to, and I'm gonna get to my grand point. The Drake Kendrick beef has truly revealed how people can't think for themselves. Before the beef, everyone loved Drake for the most part, and now it's cool to dislike Drake. There's no way people think "What Did I Miss" isn't a banger. That nigga snap. Nah. It's one of them joints, man. I want to also comment on the picking and choosing, right? So someone also wrote two very different perspectives. So this is Drake in the video. So in the video, Drake had, first of all, it's just fly. You know what I'm saying? And then we have 50 Cent in the classic, you know what I mean, press release photo aiming a gun at the camera. This is a whole different era for 50 Cent. So John says two very different perspectives. Somebody writes, one guy sold drugs as a minor, the other guy is suing because people won't stop saying a minor. So this right here, colorism is one of the broke nigga activities that Negroes love to engage in. You understand? Because what this is all about is this is surely, if Drake was from Canada but was 50 Cent's complexion, wouldn't be no problem. You would totally understand what he's trying to convey, right? And I have to ask y'all, Negroes, do y'all really think somebody that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars doesn't have the best protection in the world? You think someone who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars is not ready for war? I want to know. I'm like, why do y'all think successful people are pussies? That's so what. This is not TV. Real talk. A kid in the suburbs is more likely to have taken jujitsu, okay, some Krav Maga, some boxing, they make sure those kids do those activities. Like, yo, it's a cheap activity for them to go to. Even if it's just for a little bit, you are more likely to have a nigga put hands on you from the suburbs, and it's going to be in a formal fashion. Because again, in the hood, y'all mamas don't send y'all to no activities. You got to figure out how to fight by getting beat up or hope that you're very talented at throwing your hands. You know, you understand? So, anywho, I think it was a few more things in here. But Drake re-uploaded his live stream to YouTube with a new message. Iceman coming soon. So basically, this project may be coming sooner than we think, right? So, black people, or black men in particular, the reason why I'm saying this era is important is because if you're someone who's solid, you're reliable, you're there for people, you do what you got to do. You cannot have relationships with people who switch up on you when it's convenient. And I don't want you people out, don't misconstrue. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the person that always gets the phone call. So the person who's always needed. You understand? In African American culture, we make it a point to always shit on or give the person who provides the most issues. But at the same time, you got songs like Dear Mama. And I'm glad we having this conversation about basically critiquing what has motherhood been in our community and how has it impacted the kids. More than ever, we're realizing, dad is extremely important. But if your mom ain't shit, what is she teaching you? Doesn't matter what you accomplish if you ain't shit. That makes sense to y'all? But more than anything, when you in charge, especially for the men out there, when you daddy, you don't let the people that you look out for or that you oversee or that you're over call the shots. Because they're always going to be trying to convince you that You're not as important as you think you are, or as you seem to be, even if they're benefiting from you. Because why? They have to create a version of you that's easy for them to manage, a version of you that they can dominate. This Iceman era, you're going to see Drake throwing his weight around more. If you listen to that record, he's talking straight to you. That nigga really revitalized. He about to have a blueprint. Niggas better watch out, man. But anywho, man, so we just doing a quick short show. I'm just being consistent. I told y'all, I didn't really put all them out, but I told y'all I was going to, try to, give you guys some more shows and try to do like 3 to 5. I found myself like not, doing nothing. But anyway, I love y'all. Peace. Be safe. Subscribe to the channel.